Do we have everybody with us? I'm looking and I don't think I see Deb.
No Deb as yet. She did say she got it working on her Mac though, and so I'm just waiting for it to come in.
Hi, Deb. I'm going to hold a few moments for the sirens. Are we clear of sirens? All right, I'm going to open the meeting with the pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Fiscal Officer, can you call the roll?
Trustee Jessenberger.
Here.
Trustee Sierra.
Here.
Trustee Sword.
Here.
Chief of Fire.
Here.
Chief of Police.
Here.
And Code Enforcement. Public Works. Superintendent of Public Works.
Here.
And Code Enforcement.
Here.
Our next meeting is going to be June 17th at 12 p.m. I'm going to make a motion to accept the agenda with flexibility.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger. Trustee Sierra. Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm going to make a motion to approve payroll.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger. Trustee Sierra. Trustee Sword.
Yes.
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 I'm going to make a motion to approve the bills.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger. Trustee Sierra. Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Yes.
I'm now going to make a motion for the approval of the May 20th, 2020 meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Yes. I'm going to make a motion for the approval of the May 28th, 2020 meeting minutes.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
And there was also the May 19th.
Okay. I'm going to make a motion to approve the May 19th meeting minutes.
I'll second. I lost track whose turn it is.
You got it correct. Okay. Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
We're going to make a motion for the approval of the April 2020 fiscal report.
I'll second.
All right, so April 1st, the township had a total fund balance of $6,295,336. Sorry, $6,295,336.42. And in April was $363,359.56. Expenditures in April were $298,161.26, leaving us overall with a fund balance on April 30th of $6,360,534.72. Just some minor highlights from April. The rollback in homestead posted. So March, our first half real estate posted, and then there's sort of a trickle layer that posts in April. And I also did the fund transfers from general to police and fire, each of them to $300,000.
Are we ready for the vote?
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
I'm going to make a motion to approve the personnel policies and procedures manual.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Hold 1 second, Deb, if we could, just for a moment of discussion. Just for context purposes for everyone, I just wanted to let everyone know that I've gotten department head feedback and clarity that they're good to go with this manual, and there wasn't, we haven't noted any conflicts. Just in case department heads haven't communicated with the other trustees, I just wanted to let you know that I did get those back after sending that latest version out. This has been a long process for it, and I really appreciated everybody's diligence along the way, looking at drafts and commenting. So that's all I had.
Go ahead and call the roll.
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm also going to use some flexibility here to make a motion to approve the, how should I word that? The credit card use policy as written.
Yeah, can we get a resolution number on that, Deb? Or later?
This is the ninth item that we have. So it would be 20-06-00.
Can you repeat that one more time? I'm sorry.
The resolution number would be 20-06-009.
Excellent. Did we have a second?
Not yet.
Second. Machine or Jackson?
That was me.
Jackson. Ready for the vote? Trustee Jackson, trustee Stewart, trustee Swift.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm having a hard time hearing you, Deb. I don't know if your mic's a little muffled.
I can speak louder.
Oh, that's better.
Okay.
All right. Now we are going to go to committee and team reports. I'll speak a little bit for the Clinton Township Chat. Our produce market is this Friday at the Northern Lights Library branch from 5 to 7 p.m. All are welcome. No income or zip code restrictions. Come out and get some free fresh produce and keep your fingers crossed we have good weather.
Actually, a little correction, it's the June 12th.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Okay, June 12th and 26th.
I apologize. So June 12th. Not this Friday, but the following.
Correct.
All right. Awesome. Thank you, Brian. Anybody have any other team or committee reports?
I can talk a little bit about what we did in May with the two markets that we had. They served 330 households, which accounted for 1,229 individuals. So it was a market amount.
Was that combined total numbers?
Sorry, Deb.
Was that both markets or was that at each market? You said
Both combined were 337 households and 1,229 individuals.
I'm going to move on to fire. Chief Fraley.
We have a monthly report I emailed out to you guys about an hour ago. So under responses, the division responded to 648 incidents, averaging 21 per day. We have seen an increase in positive COVID patients over the last couple of weeks. People that have had their testing and have returned home and become more ill. So we're still in the COVID-19 response framework right now. Under training, we logged 90 hours of training. Under fire prevention, the fire safety inspector conducted 27 inspections, and he's starting to get some of those businesses that have reopened. He's able to get out and catch up on some of those. Under the community outreach, firefighters assisted with the produce markets, and they've also assisted the REACT team and the HOPE task force with naloxone distribution on the 9th and 16th at Amos Shopping Center. That's all we have.
Thanks, Chief. Numbers from the REACT team about how much naloxone we were able to distribute on those last two?
At the market, I don't. I know at these separate events at Amos, each one was about 30. So I know our first market in May was close to 50, and I think we were close to that again at the second market, but I don't have a firm number.
Awesome. Thank you.
Sure.
All right, I'm going to move down the line to police. Chief Jones.
Hi, good afternoon. First item I have is to request a motion to hire Jeremy Wallace as a part-time police officer effective June 8th, 2020. Pending completion of background, we're waiting on drug screen results, and he is to be paid from line item 2081-210-100.
So moved.
Second.
Is that the higher rate? rate of pay?
You broke up.
You're pretty garbled. Try again.
What rate of pay will this guy be? Is he at the step 1 rate?
Step one of the part-time, it's $18 per hour.
Okay, Trustee Sears seconded, so you ready for the roll call?
Chief, I just had a question for you. I'm sorry, we do have a second, right? I seconded. Okay. Chief, what can you tell me about our part-time positions over the last little bit? What's been happening with the ups and downs there in your?
It's been an ebb and flow. I know after the levy, we were able to have about 5 part-time officers. Some of them have been staying about a year. Then they find full-time employment. We just had that happen again with Officer Kaiser. He went to Circleville PD. So that brought us down to 2 part-time, 1 currently in training, and we have 2 in process right now, one being Mr. Wallace today, and we have another gentleman that should be finishing up on the background here by the end of the month. We got held up a little bit by COVID, so, and then we're always looking to get applications in, so we can keep people in that pipeline. So we'll see how that goes, but we're about where we were about 2016, getting these 2 new people put on.
Yeah, so I got a little lost there in the middle, but if we count everybody in the pipeline, we're back up to about 5-ish again?
Correct. Once we get this last background done, we'll be back up to about 5.
Great, thank you.
Most of these part-time officers, with the exception of one who's a full-time Columbus firefighter, we have some scheduling conflicts because of his days off and days on, but he's been helping out tremendously as much as he can. But most of these other part-time officers are giving us at least 20 hours a week.
Okay, good to know, thanks.
You ready for the roll call now?
Yes. Thank
All
you.
right. Trustee Jessenberger, Trustee Sears, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes.
The only other thing I have is a monthly report. I got that emailed out late today, just before the meeting. We were having some issues with the Justice Portal. And then Ms. Cadero was helping with the citations, and we had to kind of show her how to get that going at the last minute. So those stats came out here just before the meeting. So monthly reports were done.
So I had another question for you, Chief.
Yes.
I was looking at your Excel, and so like crime on the west side has fallen down through the floor, and that's been slowly trickling down over the last several months. I'm owing that to your good work with the group home over there. Is there anything else we should know about why that's happening?
No, majority of that was the group home, and some of those tenants were committing some of the crimes over there. From what we found out, we had three or four individuals over about, I would say, an 11-month span that would leave the home and then go out into the neighborhood and commit different criminal activity. So we've seen a drop in that. Other than the recent weekend with Lennox, we had some looting issues. Outside of that, things have been quieting down.
Yeah, because my memory is, you know, if we go 6-7 months back, we saw a lot more parity between east and west side, but now it's just way down on the west. So congratulations for that. Thanks, that's all.
I'm gonna move down the line to Public Works Department, Superintendent Flagg.
Yeah, I've been working with the Franklin County engineers with flooding issues at the corner of Case and Dresden. And there's an area up on Ward that is on the schedule. But at Case and Dresden, we were able to clear out a couple blockages. So hopefully that'll alleviate the flooding problems down there. Ward is on the schedule, but they couldn't give me a definitive date when they can make it out there. And I've had a lot of calls from residents wanting to know when the water will be turned on at our various locations. Case Road Garden is on and Triangle Park is on. We had to have a water line repaired at Triangle Park. And the big park over on the west side, we have a leak that I'm waiting to hear back from the city of Columbus. And the same thing. Yeah, it just slipped my mind. Yeah, we have one other location that there's a leak, but the water is on at the garden, and Chamber Circle is where the other leak is. I'm still waiting to hear back from Columbus there too.
Awesome, thank you. I'm gonna move down to code enforcement. Jonathan?
I have two things on the agenda today. The first one is a request for a motion to do a 505.87 cleanup for debris. And in this case, it's actually just mostly debris. It's not weeds and vegetation. At 2144 Lamont Avenue. This is, I've provided you guys with the pictures and the packets of the information on the address. The in-op vehicle is not an issue anymore at that address. It has been removed. But it is still an accumulation of solid waste, construction, demolition waste, and yard waste at that particular location. And it has had multiple complaints from neighbors.
Okay, I'm gonna make a motion for an ORC 505.87 cleanup at 2144 Lamont.
I'll second. Trustee Jessenberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes. Yes.
Okay, and my next one is another 505.87 cleanup at 2161 Lamont, just across the street. This is actually going to include the whole abatement, control, or removal of vegetation, garbage, refuse, and other debris. The house has not been lived in for some time. There is an abandoned vehicle. I have not put that on this particular thing. The main issue here is that there is extremely long grass and a lot of debris from the house has been left outside. And it's been left outside for quite a while. And the neighbors really, they want it gone. And it's been multiple attempts over quite a long time to contact the owner of this property and have them do something. They have turned up to the property, but they have never actually done any of the cleanup.
Okay. Make a motion for an ORC 505.87 cleanup of 2161 Lamont.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
Yes. Trustee Sword, if we could revisit item number 11, I think we might have accidentally skipped that one.
We sure did. I apologize. I'm going to make a motion to add make a motion to add requirement effective immediately to the policy titled Clinton Township FFCRA leave, adopted in resolution number 2004017, that employees are required to provide documentation which substantiates the need for paid leave under this policy.
I'll second.
Once again, a little context, just in case this is something that sort of cropped up in department head meeting. It's just sort of housekeeping. We put the COVID sick leave policies in place, and we were looking between two different versions. The one we actually adopted didn't have this statement, which we need. So just an addition.
Ready for the roll?
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Swartz.
Yes.
Yes.
Do we have any other items?
Just a quick question to the board. Last few days have been a little hectic for us here. Do we have any thought of when we're going to open the lobby back up, or if there's been any extensions? I haven't been on the news lately watching.
So what I've been hearing is like everything's pretty delayed through July on opening. Does anybody else have any thoughts there?
Are we
I've been
basing
hearing
it?
delays. I'm sorry.
You're fine, go ahead.
I've been hearing the same. Most of the public buildings that we have meetings in, for instance, Franklin County Public Health and others are still pushing those off and going to look at the idea again in July.
I know that there are some state offices that are not even considering it anytime soon, and that's just some personal information. But one of the questions that I had for you all is what the impact has been like, Chief Jones, or I know you instituted sort of online availability of getting police reports and such. Has anyone incurred in their area anything significant the board should know about in terms of it impacting the services to the public to not have those front doors open right now?
No, we haven't run across any issues. The reporting's been going well. The court system is opening back up, but unfortunately, we have to run between the convention center and the municipal court now every day because they're holding civil evictions, and all the traffic cases are going to be held at the convention center there at 400 North High. So I think there's a little confusion that's happening there with the public. But as far as here at home base, we haven't had any issues, haven't had any complaints.
Trustee Jesberger, did you have something to say? I think I seen you starting to comment there.
I was only going to ask if they were going to base it off of government buildings. So all the courthouses are open, but we are still under limited operations. We're still functioning, but I would say if things are going well right now, I would not see a need to push it to open and maybe continue to wait on that.
I would agree.
Yeah, I agree as well. Let's just maybe regroup in July and see how things are going then and where we stand at that time. Do we have any appreciations or other items?
On a personal note, I want to thank police and fire. I know they're calling it this double, I don't know, whammy with COVID and now a lot of protests happening. Thank you to police and fire for keeping everybody safe during a lot of the protests, and I know it's not easy.
I don't know if everybody caught that or not. It was a little garbled, but Deb was thanking police and fire for keeping everybody safe during the protests. She stated it's not an easy job.
Yeah, I think it was Sunday. I think, Deb, if I got the days right, like I said, we've had several running together, but yeah, we had a small group of Black Lives Matter folks out front. Police officers took them some water. We gave them a card if they needed to get in to use a restroom, and very good show of people. So yeah, I'd like to just thank everybody for kind of a smooth weekend here at our place. I know downtown was a little different, but again, reaching out if any of our community members are watching. Hopefully once COVID is over, we do have plans later in the year for another picnic and hopefully some more community interaction with our officers. So I don't want people to forget just because we're a small entity that we don't do those things, and that we're out in the community as well.
Excellent.
Thanks, Chief.
All right. Well, gonna touch back on number 12 to make a motion to enter into an executive session under ORC 121.22G2 to consider the purchase of property for public purposes, the sale of property at competitive bidding, or the sale of other disposition of unneeded, obsolete, or unfit for use property.
I'll second.
Trustee Jessenberger, trustee Sierra, trustee Ford.
Yes.
Yes.
I'll see you ladies in teams.
Are you with us, Jonathan?
I don't think he's. Okay, we're back in session at 12:41. And I am going to make a motion to enter into an executive session under ORC 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official.
I'll second.
I'll call the roll. Trustee Jesberger, Trustee Sierra, Trustee Sword.
Yes.
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 All right. We're back in session at 1:12 p.m. And I am going to make a motion to adjourn.
I'll second.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Have a good week.
You too.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye.